my coach, Brooke, is really successful with ads, but she has a lot of followers. So she did a video not that long ago that really went viral. I mean, it just went crazy. It was a workout video. She went from having 1,000 followers to like pretty much 5,000 to 6,000 followers overnight. So she's got a lot of followers on her page, and I think that might be one of the reasons her ads may do so well, because she's been working with me hand in hand to try and figure out these ads. And when I say I'm doing ads to try and get challengers for challenge groups or to get coaches. So that part I'm not really going to talk about, but I'm just going to talk about my whole converting process and how I'm finding new people from my like page. So again, first of all, I want to start, if you're a new coach, do not try and do a like page. You want to focus on your personal page because you want to find the people closest to you, and you want to come out as a coach on your personal page. Your like page does not get the traction unless you're paying for it. And how I noticed this would be, I would do a post, and I would get about 10 likes on it. And then I would go and I would do a post on my personal page, and I would get like 50 or 60 likes on it. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to pay Facebook to show my post to the people who like my page, because you can actually boost a post to the people who like your page. So once I did that, I had already posted on my like page, and it sat there for a couple days, and I got like 5 likes, 7 likes, something like that. And then I went to Facebook and I paid them to promote my post to the people who actually like my page. After that, I had 60 likes. So Facebook is not allowing your like page to be seen by very many people unless you're paying for it to be seen. So I want to make that really clear, because I have so many coaches that say, oh, I'm going to not post a lot on my personal page, and I'm going to just post on my like page. Well, they're setting themselves up for failure by doing that. You have to really build up that personal page. But I know, us coaches, eventually we kind of feel like we've really absorbed our warm market, or we want to learn, okay, how do I build outside my network? So I kind of put together a little PowerPoint to go through how I've been doing this and using my like page, and not really creating ads to challenge groups or ads to the coaching opportunity, but just creating ads that I want to target certain people, specific people, okay, people like me. So let me share my screen. Okay, so finding amazing friends from your like page. On step 1, it is creating a like page. Okay, so again, if you're a brand new coach, do not even create a like page right now. It is not worth your time. But if you've been a coach for a few months, then go ahead and create a like page. How do you create a like page? Well, go onto YouTube and type in how to create a like page on Facebook. Very simple, and it's actually really easy to get set up. Step 2, invite your current friends. So all your existing friends on your Facebook, go ahead and invite them all to your like page. What you're going to notice is you're going to have a lot of people not like it. Usually, I think when I began, I think I had like a little over 100 people end up liking my page, converting from my friends. So go ahead and start with inviting those people first. And then step 3, what I try to do is post 1 time a day or even every other day. Now, this is to your like page. We're not talking about your personal page. You know how I feel about your personal page is I try to post at least 3 times a day. So if you're doing your like page, you want to try and post once a day. Now, to me, remember your like page isn't getting seen that much. So the quality of the content, if you're, like for me, I have a lot of ideals in my head, so it kind of helps me spread my post out. But for some people, like, for Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I usually just find a general recipe, you know, and sometimes I share a link. Sometimes I actually pull a picture out and, you know, pull the recipe out and post that. Sometimes it's, you know, just different quotes. You just try to post, you know, at least one time a day, you know, on it. But I save my best post, I feel, for my regular page.
And he sometimes will go to his regular page and look at photos and pull from something he did like last year or a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And because with the like page, it's like you can reuse posts. And truthfully, I've had my like page for over a year now. And I go to my old post sometimes. If I don't have anything that day, I'll go to my old post and I'll reshare it because I have new followers. I mean, when I first started, I only had like 100 or 200, and now I have about 1,500 followers. So a lot of those followers haven't seen some of my old posts, so I recycle them. But like I said, I prefer to put my most valuable content onto my personal page because I know the way Facebook works, and I know they like organic posts from that personal page, and I know that they want me to actually pay for my like page to be seen. So I don't put the most valuable content there, but I do post something. So step 4, inviting your brand new Facebook friends. So this is where I find my like page to be the most valuable because it's giving me something of value and free to offer to my brand new friends. So people who are strangers, people who I may have not have talked to in a while, people that I friended from groups. And it's also a great place to send people who may not be able to do a challenge group, or people who ask you, hey, do you have any recipes you can send me? Or, you know, hey, I find you to be really motivating, but I can't do your challenge group right now. So I refer them to my like page and I let them know that's where I do, you know, post recipes, and I do try to constantly encourage people. So I do offer them to follow me there too. Okay, so here's the big catcher that I've got. When I went into special interest groups, or I've randomly friended people, and I wanted to send them a message, and I wanted to send them, you know, kind of something to make it a little less awkward, I guess. And so typically what I send them is I want to not just friend them and leave them sitting there, because I made the mistake of doing that before and crossing my fingers and saying, oh, I hope they see one of my fitness posts and ask me to do a challenge group. That nobody was asking me to do a challenge group because they didn't know me. They accepted my friend request. They may look at my stuff, but they didn't know me. They didn't feel comfortable with me to do that. So I go ahead and I open that door as soon as I have friended them and they accept my request. I try to, within usually a week period, no longer than 2 weeks for sure, I try to at least message them, hey, thanks for accepting my friend request. I wanted to invite you to follow me on my like page, Danielle Lichtenstein on my tone. It's a fun page I have going to encourage others to get motivated, to be healthy with their families. I enjoy sharing my life and getting to know others along the way. The best part is my weekly recipes, and I know that everyone likes new food ideals, so you may enjoy it too. My recipes are mainly clean eating recipes. I also post some workouts that can be done at home too. Are you into fitness or clean eating? Very important that at the end of that question, and you guys can modify this to however you need and whatever suits you. This is my wording. This is my personality. But I always want to make sure that I end my message with a question because I want them to respond back to me. So a lot of times if I'm friending somebody from a dental hygiene group, I may ask them, instead of, are you into fitness and clean eating? I may ask them, hey, I noticed you're a hygienist. How long have you been a dental hygienist? So I always try to ask them a question so that way they will respond back to me. But I also want them to know that I run this page that offers something of value. So that's why I mentioned that I offer weekly recipes. I offer things to motivate, to get families healthy. So I know sometimes people are scared to reach out because they don't want others to feel like they're saying, I need you to, you look like you need to lose weight. For me, it's all about health. My posts are centered towards health. My posts are centered towards families. I want what I do as a coach to not just be for one person. I want it to be for their kids. I want it to be for their husband. I want it to be for their parents. So that's what I try to reflect when I send people a message. So you got to think about really kind of centering it on health and really kind of centering it on families, especially if you have a family of your own. This is very easy to kind of relate that in a message. All right, so to me, my like page is kind of like my way of forming that relationship with that person.
It's a good conversation piece.
It's a good conversation piece, and it already offers them something of value right away. It offers them recipes. Who doesn't love recipes? I don't know how many people will message me back. Thank you for inviting me to your page. I looked it over. I want to try this recipe you posted the other day, or I want to try this. Or they'll message me back saying, I love recipes. I'll definitely like your page. I want to check it out. Recipes gets everybody. So I always like to post about that. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about ads and where I find people just like me, a wife, a mom, a healthcare professional, a fitness junkie, a clean organic eater, same likes, and self-motivated. So even though I may not be getting a lot of success with ads that ask people to do a challenge group or ads that ask people to the coaching opportunity, I am getting a lot of success with ads that are recipes or ads that are geared towards healthcare professionals or ads that are geared towards moms. So I'm going to go through how I do this in just a second, but I'm going to get through the rest of these slides. So once I target those people, and I'm going to show you guys how to target people, but once I target those people in an ad, and then, and I don't spend a lot, I spend $5 to $20 on these ads typically. So once people start to like or start to comment, and the cool thing is that these are people from around the States. I usually target United States and Canada. So these are people from all over. And once they start to hit like or they start to comment, then what I want to do, because again, I said I post my most valuable content on my personal page, I go through and I friend request those people. I don't do it right away. I let it kind of sit for a couple days, and then I go through and I typically go ahead and look at their page, and I targeted these people. So they're just like me. Typically they're a healthcare provider, or they're a mom themselves. So that I usually know right away. I also target that they're all women and they're all in a specific age group. So usually I target between the age of 25 to 35 is usually my age range. So from there, I will go and friend request all of these people that have liked my page, because I want them to see my personal page. I want them to see my most valuable content. And then from there, I then go and message, once they accept my personal friend request, I then go and message them. And I typically say, hey, I just wanted to thank you for your support on my like page. And I noticed that you had liked or had commented on this post and wanted to know, are you into health and fitness? And so generally those people want to talk to me because they liked my page, they liked my post for a reason. They're like me, I targeted them. So it's really easy to get conversation going. I've gotten a lot of challengers that way, and I've got a couple of really amazing coaches that way here lately. And, that's where I'm getting a lot of my coaches that are from just all over. Not only the special interest groups, but also using my like page too. So from there on your like page, you just want to continue to build it. It's really a process. I've had mine for 1.5 years almost, and I've had 1,500 likes. Now, sometimes your page could go viral, or you could be having a post just with some really amazing content and somebody grabs a hold of it and it gets shared a ton of times. So you never know, your page can grow as fast or as slow, but it's a constant build. For me, it's been a constant build. It's been, usually I'll spend a little bit each month on a post to try and gain a few new likes. And then, of course, from there, I convert them to my personal page. And then, of course, the special interest groups. I build it by inviting those people to like my page too. So again, that's a conversation starter for those people that you're friending from special interest groups. So let me show you how I'm targeting people. Let's see if I can do this. Stop sharing. Okay. So let me go on my like page. All right, so what I typically don't do is, shoot, where's the boost button at? I'm missing it?
No, I think it's on there usually when you first post. But
No. Well, usually, I can't see it now. That's weird. Usually there's a little boost button down here, and I never use the boost button. What you want to do is go to, shoot, where's promote at also? I don't even see it. It's really weird. Okay, usually there's a little button that says promote up here, but I can't find it for some reason.
promote your page right there.
Oh, they must have just changed it. That used to be right up there.
Uh-huh.
All right, Facebook is ever changing. So just earlier, the promote button was somewhere else, and now it's down here. Okay, so I go to promote your page. I think that's gonna promote your page. That's not gonna do an ad. All right, bear with me, guys, sorry.
Publishing tools, maybe?
I don't understand why it's not there anymore.
That's weird.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go to publishing tools. This is a little different. And then go down to create ad. That doesn't look the same either.
No, it's all new. Create ad, yeah.
What is that?
Oh, right here.
Okay.
Because I had heard, yeah, go ahead.
They like literally just changed this today because I just did an ad last night. So, yes.
And I had heard that Facebook for Business thing was coming down the pipes. Some kind of change was coming.
Okay, did you guys get how I got to there? Okay. You had to kind of learn with me because it wasn't like that last night. They changed it up. So you'll go to boost your post, and I can come down here and I can choose a post that I want to boost. So say I want to boost my one on almond milk I did yesterday. And then you'll click continue. And then here's where you can start with the targeting. So I've targeted the United States, and then usually I go in and I target Canada because with Beachbody we can also distribute to Canada. Okay, then I usually choose an age group. Like I said, I usually like to do 25 to 35. You can choose to do whatever you want. Remember, you're wanting to find people like you. I target women. And then, of course, I always choose English. And then more demographics is where you can get a little more specific. So relationship status. A lot of times I usually do either married or engaged, in a relationship. However, if you're single, then, you know, again, you want to find people like you. So a lot of times, and if you're married and you're wanting to post more about, kind of like getting prepared, sweating for the wedding type deal. So getting prepared before the wedding. So maybe you would only target people who are engaged. Maybe you only want to find women who are engaged. So it all has to go along with your post too when you're thinking about who you want to target. And then education, you can even choose their education level. So, you can choose if you want them to be a college graduate. For me, I usually typically target healthcare professionals. So for healthcare professionals, they usually have a college degree. Or I can go in and I can target a master's degree or professional degree. So again, it all depends on what you're looking for. Then I can even put in job titles. So say I'm specifically wanting dental hygienist. I can go in and put dental hygienist. Or say I want a registered, nurse. I can go in and target just registered nurses. So you can go in and you can also do financial. I usually target income. Why? Why would we target income? Because typically, you want to be targeting somebody that is in an income bracket that they may be able to do a challenge group with you. So again, that's, totally up to you. Usually if I target anybody in a lower income bracket, then I'm usually running into a lot more dead ends, or I'm running into a lot of, low income families. So what I'm really looking for is usually anybody within the $40,000 to $50,000 range or above. So again, keep in mind, people, that they do lie on Facebook. So sometimes you may be thinking you're targeting a certain income and you may not be. Home, you can even choose if they're a homeowner. You can choose their ethnic background. I usually don't do anything with that. Generation, you can choose parents. So you can choose moms. You can choose big city moms, corporate moms, fit moms, green moms, moms of grade school kids, new moms. I will say that I kind of veered away from really targeting moms. I think if I ever target moms, it's usually fit moms or corporate moms, because when I was targeting a lot of moms, I was getting a lot of low income moms that stayed at home, and I just wasn't getting people like me, because I wanted to target people like me. So I didn't want to really necessarily target just stay-at-home moms. I wanted to target moms that were in, typically for me, I was targeting moms in healthcare, just moms that were in the corporate world, moms that were balancing work and being a mom. So that's what I was looking for when I was targeting somebody like myself. So I kind of stopped targeting moms. You really just have to kind of mess around with that one. But I was noticing again that I was getting a lot of low income when I was doing that. So interest, you can sit here. These buttons I really kind of mess with each time. So entertainment, depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for somebody who likes a certain music, if you're doing a post that maybe has something music related to it. Family and relationships, usually dating, family, fatherhood, friendship, marriage, motherhood. If you're looking for new moms, weddings, again, if you're, getting ready to get married and you're wanting to do kind of like a sweating for the wedding thing, or you're posting a lot about your own wedding, that would be obviously something you would want to target. Fitness and wellness, you can sit and target, bodybuilders, people who go to gyms, people who are into nutrition, people who are into physical exercise, people who are in the physical fitness, weight training. This was a big one that I targeted a lot of people because I'm a fitness junkie. I wanted people who were into fitness. I wanted healthcare professionals that were married and into fitness. That was me. That's what I was looking for. And then when I was posting a lot about size on my page, or I would share something with size, I targeted people who did Zumba. If you're posting something about PiYo and you're doing a little workout, or you're doing a little post about PiYo, then of course you would want to target people who are into yoga. If you're doing a post about hammer and chisel, or you're sharing about hammer and chisel, you want to target people who are into weight training. And then, of course, you can go through and target even food and drink. So you can target people that are into cooking, that are into recipes. So for me, when I was trying to do an ad on a recipe, I would target those people who were specifically looking for recipes, who were moms, who were healthcare providers, who were married, who were college graduates. So you can really get down to the nitty-gritty on this. I'm not going to go into the rest of these because there's a lot. You can go into hobbies and activities. You can even go into restaurants, what type of restaurants they like. And then you can even type in, a lot of times I like to find people who like the Tone It Up. If you all are familiar with Tone It Up, that way I know that the people I'm targeting is actually watching other fitness people online. Another good one is Pinterest. I can target anybody who likes Pinterest. I can sit and target anybody who likes, Emily Skye is another big fitness person. I can target even the PIO page. So 21 Day Fix doesn't have a page, but I know PIO does. I think you can even target Shakeology. So even people who like Shakeology, because again, people who are drinking Shakeology, not everybody has a coach. So you can even go through and target people who like Shakeology. You can type in, even nurse groups, if you're in a specific nurse group, or you can type in nurses and get nurse practitioners, licensed practice nurses. Really, there is no limit when you're typing in a special interest. I even type in Lululemon. So I also get people who like Lululemon. I know that if I'm targeting somebody who likes Lululemon, then they're also going to be somebody who's into fitness. I also target Quest Nutrition. So I typically know anybody who's buying a Quest bar, they're probably into good nutrition. I target Whole Foods. Anybody who's shopping at Whole Foods or likes Whole Foods page are probably into nutrition. So you can really get pretty specific with the interest area. And then behaviors. One thing that I make sure to do on behaviors is I go to the mobile device and I want them to be, is it mobile device? You can target like smartphone owners. So usually I want them to be somebody with internet access on their phone. So I can target smartphone owners. I can even go in and purchase behaviors. I can target people who, buyer profiles. Is it buyer profiles? I can target people who buy into healthy and fit stuff. I can target people who are into green living. And then you can also target, there's one I was wanting to show you guys. Purchasing behavior, maybe. There's one where you can even have people who buy online. Purchase types. No, I don't think that's it either. And really, guys, you have to just kind of mess with it. And
it's ever changing, and you'll never select the same type of ad. You can keep track of what you're targeting and stuff like that, and save this as a profile. But I mean, you may change it up every time just to get different results.
I change it up a lot. But purchasing habits, you can actually go to purchasing habits and find people who are online buyers, because we don't want to find people who say they won't purchase anything on the internet. That doesn't really do us any good. So I can even target online buyers. Okay, and then from there, I create usually a lifetime budget, and it always automatically sets it to $350. I'm not spending $350. Typically, what I like to spend is anywhere between, $5 to $20. So, whatever, you can post $5. And then usually I like to run it for 3 days. You can run it for 2 days, whatever you want to choose. I choose my time, my start date, my end date. And then I can go down here and it's going to show me exactly what my ad's going to look like to somebody else. And if you guys ever are scrolling through your newsfeed and you see this little thing that says sponsored, that's somebody who is placing an ad on your newsfeed. So if you ever notice somebody random show up on your newsfeed or a fitness page and it says sponsored, they just targeted you. But it shows you what the mobile will look like when they're viewing it on their mobile phone. And this shows you what it looks like when somebody's viewing it from their desktop. So then, of course, you would place your order. Okay. Do you guys have any, and again, I know that may feel like it's kind of over your head. It's something that you really have to go in and mess with. And Brooke actually did a really good video too that I can share with you guys on ads and trying to target people. I sat and watched her video, and that's where I kind of learned how to do everything. But I'll show you one ad, guys, that has gotten me a lot of really great new people. Dental hygiene. I'm targeting on this ad. I specifically targeted dental hygienists that were into health and fitness, that also had a lot of other similar likes, because I went in and typed special interests like Tone It Up Girls, Lululemon, Emily Sky, you know, Under Armour. So I know whoever goes and likes this post is exactly who I'm looking for as a friend. And I don't mean, you know, when I go through and I have these, you know, 57 new likes or whatever, 58 new likes, and I go through to friend these people, it's not to sell them. It's really to build a relationship with them and to see if maybe, because for me, I'm really looking less for challengers and more for new coaches that are just like me. So for me, it's building my team with people that I know will be my friend, that we are, you know, could possibly be best friends because we're so similar in interests. So that's what I'm really looking for when I'm going through and I'm targeting specific ads. And again, you know, when you go through these people, you can sit and make sure that you invite all of them to your page. And then you can even, of course, Connie, I'm already friends with, that's Misty's mom. But then you can go through and even friend request them. And then that's when I usually, that's when I build the relationship. And I thank them for their support on my like page or for their post. And then I just try to get to know them and ask them, hey, you know, are you into health and fitness? I noticed that you're a dental hygienist too. How long have you been doing this for? So, or if you're doing a mom post, hey, are you into health and fitness? I noticed that you're a mom too. I have a 3-year-old. Her name is Reese. You know, do you only have one kid? Do you have any other children? It's all about networking and just building that relationship. And yes, maybe it might take a while to get to where you want to get, or maybe they may not be coach material at all, but you've just gained a new friend of somebody on your network that's now very similar interests as you. Chris actually did an ad not that long ago where he targeted teachers, and he ended up.
It was actually last May. I did something for the summer, and I ran an ad, friended the girl. We've been, you know, just chatting back and forth. She was going to do it. She didn't. I just messaged her, just checking in with her, saying, hey, how's it going or whatever. And she said, I'm ready to do this. She didn't answer my question. She said, I'm ready to sign up as a coach and do this now. So, I mean, it was just, you know, and that's 5 months ago. So, I mean, it definitely works. You know, you just got to keep building relationships.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't have a lot of success with, you know, asking them to do a challenge group or asking them to coach, but I have a lot of success with just networking with them and building a relationship and building their trust and converting them to my personal page where my most valuable content is. Do you guys have any questions? I know we have less than a minute, but I can actually rerun this if you do. No? Bree, you good? Jessica, Tiffany, Lindsay? Okay. All right. I know it's going to end us in just a second. Sorry, go ahead.
Danielle, I was just going to say that I thought it was a really good explanation. I've had a like page for, I don't know, probably almost a year, and that gave me lots of good ideas, and I think the consistency with it and adding friends from it will be very helpful. My ads, I've not done that way, so I can't wait to try that.
I stopped doing ads